Stop looking at me with those eyes. Wish I can disappear. So we're gonna go ahead and do some plenty chores. I just posted, I'm already getting comments. I just posted on my TikTok and Instagram. I know this is the intro, I'm so sorry. They're selling the Custard Farm. Custard Farm is selling the Thai constellations for $149 at Lowe's. These massive Thai constellations. I thought they were not gonna sell. They were like discontinued because it was difficult to produce and ship. Are they like the mother plants? For $140, y'all, they're huge. Like, you can go check out my TikTok and my Instagram, or you can just search it. Big planters, massive Thai constellations with mature leaves for $149. I would get it, but all my credit cards are maxed out, so I cannot. So, and then what gets me more tripped out, it's on Texas. Now, the girl that posted it, it's like, there's this page on Facebook that you can go and join, and they show you like what they find, the big box store locations. I don't hardly post because one, I already post on YouTube, and then number two, I don't want to give a damn what I post, but but I always find new stuff. That's how I know like what they're pushing out, you know. And in Texas, massive Thai constellations for $149. Like, you gotta see how big they are. And there was only like a few. I think there was only like 6 of them in that little crate, like in that little thingy. Oh my god, those, like, that is so insanely cheap. Like, I know a lot of y'all paid so much money for a little baby. The one that I had, I gave it to my mom because the cutting that I had, she went downhill. And then the cuttings, the mother plant, my mom has it, and it got burnt or something like that. Something from the algo pasó. But it wasn't her. It was in the greenhouse, or, you know. Anyways, my mom took it in, and now it's sprouting beautifully. I'm not getting anything. She's like, you can't get it back there. And I'm like, girl, trust me. Like, even if I wanted to, I know I can, because that's all you. Like, you deserve that. Like, you did an amazing job. But it's just wild. Anyways, here's my little bowl with my air plants. I only have 3 air plants, sadly. I'm so sad. It's just 3 plants. Yeah, we're gonna let them like chill here. I usually like to leave them overnight. I know, crazy, but that's how I do it, and I've never really killed an airplane. The thing is, you wanna, whenever they're done bottom watering, whenever they're done watering, you wanna face it down, like that. You wanna make sure that there is no water sitting in the crown, because that would make the air plant rot. I'm just so mind blown about that. That is so crazy. That is crazy. We're gonna go ahead and water the Vanda orchid, because I don't know how often you're supposed to water it, but the roots are getting a little bit gray. With those eyes, wish I can disappear. I am so sorry. I'm in a really good mood. Not because I am, but because I'm really good at manipulating myself that I am. Ah! So I ended up, because my mom ended up talking to me on the phone right now. We're just chatting. But I decided I didn't know how to water this Vanda orchid because this girl has very long roots. So, and okay, I know that these dark roots are kind of bad, so I guess we can cut them off. I just don't want to do that. But I keep seeing a lot of orchid videos that you're supposed to cut the dark. When they're dark, that means they're no good. And what's thick like this, gray, green, nice thick area roots, those are good. But these can be chopped off. So I guess I will cut them off. But first I'm going to hydrate it because I don't want to do cuts and then go ahead and put it in water and expose it with, I don't know. So, and it's funny because it fits really, really good in the basket. And it's not on the crown. So I think I might leave it overnight. We might do this on a different day, actually, because I want to set this to hydrate. Like I said, whenever I water my air plants or my orchids, I like to give them a water bath for like overnight. I like to make sure they're really, really hydrated. And then I put them back, and then I wait until they turn gray again. That's how I water it. And sometimes I even push it even longer. That's how I do it. And I've never had any problems. I always make sure that the crown is so important. If it's moist for too long, or if it overnight, it's not really gonna cause a problem, obviously. But if after you take it out overnight and it's still not getting enough airflow to dry out, so then it will rot slowly, and we don't want that. But that's how I take care of my air plants. I used to have a lot of air plants, and I left a lot of them in the greenhouse because I thought they were gonna like it, and they did a little bit. A lot of them got nicely stressed out. They got this beautiful color. I think air plants are amazing. I'm getting into cactuses, succulents, orchids, air plants. I'm getting into a lot of plants that I usually would always push away, and for some reason this year I want to adventure out to more plants out there, because the ones that I already do have, they're like doing super duper good. and I'm feeling a little bit confident. So I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar cubes because I feel like being extra right now. These are so cute. It's not that fancy. I got this little container for like a two something or like $1 or something at the Walmart. I put them in the fridge because I do have a container. I was gonna wait until I finish this glass container and then fill it up with sugar cubes. I like it because I can control my sugar intake. I usually do it by teaspoon or by my spoon, but now, and then this is just so cute. They're just so cute, and they're cheap, so they're just cute. I know you can make it yourself, but yeah. So I like it a lot. I'm making a coffee, so I'm gonna put 3. Seems like a lot, but yeah. So actually, I want to get one of the orchids that I have right now does need to get a good bottom watering session. I call them bottom watering, but I don't know if it's bottom watering. I might flood it like these other ones overnight, and I'm gonna check the other orchid how it's doing. But oh, by the way, this is decaf. I just want something warm and the flavor of coffee, and also because I'm out of actual coffee. I mean, I do have. No, I don't. I finished this morning because I did needed some actual coffee grains. I already added sugar to get my little spoon. I also want to go ahead and rinse the ZZs with y'all. I want to show you how they're doing one by one and then rinse them just to get dust out of them, because for some reason my ZZs collect a lot of dust. A lot. Like you can probably go to your ZZ right now and go like, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna pick something up. I don't know because the way they're laid out, but they capture dust a lot. And I have my air purifier next to it because the air purifier, I don't know really know if it purifies, but it does an amazing job at picking up fungus gnats, and it also does an amazing job at picking up dust. It is loaded with dust. I think I have like another month until I gotta replace the filter. It's not that bad. It's like $30 for 2 filters or 3 filters, and I have 2 machines. So I love my air purifiers. I also love the white noise. Without them, I might go a little bit crazy. It's just the white noise. I didn't know I needed white noise in my life, but it helps me a lot, and I've been sleeping so much better. So it's the best I have right now. Okay. It's hot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And notice whenever I edit, I cringe, and when I'm editing, when I see myself, I'm cringing on the video. I cringe in real life. Isn't that so funny? Ugh. It tastes like beans and water. It is what it is. Let's get the orchid. Alrighty. I checked the post and people are going crazy. Thai constellations for $149 is insane. And then at Lowe's, though I believe there are the mother plants. Also got my coffee. That is just, oh, it's gonna be a mess in here. That is just wild. Like absolutely wild. Also, I placed the cuttings here as I was gonna put them outside when it gets warm, which it would get warm pretty soon. It looks so bad, but so are a lot of other plants that I just botched. By the way, here is this. You can see some of these shoots coming out. Look at that. Need some TLC, some love, and some support, and you will get something. So I'm pretty hopeful. I mean, I have the space and the grow lights, so I don't really mind for now. I don't really mind to like letting plants chill. I will give you guys some propagation updates down the line. This begonia has just stolen my heart, and I'm gonna get a little bit emotional, but I don't know if I remember, I used to kill this plant all the time, and now I'm getting babies, little tiny babies. I'm so excited. So it has 2, and it's gonna put out so many babies. I'm gonna give one, I think, stop, I'm like, I can't talk right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and I think I want to get a little plant, so like one of these 4-inch ones. Ooh, you saw my toes. And I want to put 3 little plants instead for my mom and let them grow out and get nice and bushy like this one. So if one dies, there will be 2, or etc. If not, then she'll have a really, really nice bushy plant. I think she's gonna love this plant a lot. She already saw it and she's on the list. She wants one, and it's just such a beautiful plant. Love, 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 live, love, laugh. And then this guy is still alive. Surprisingly, I'm doing like a little movement test, making sure that, you know, it's okay. So it's doing okay. I'm gonna let it settle down and absorb all that light that it can get. Let me spin this around. It's blocking the light on the plants a little bit. Oh, these are my spiral ginger cuttings. You can kind of see some roots happening. And then I placed a little ZZ because I just broke off. I didn't know what to do with it. And then this one, experiment. Oh, Wow, I'm so proud of you. It was taking forever. It was doing nothing, but now it put out some nice roots. I'm so proud of you. Okay, this one's pretty cool. I forgot the name. I know it's a pilea. Y'all told me radiator plant, I believe, something like that. But such a cool plant. We got it in Corpus, and boyfriend and I, we're saving up money to go to Corpus. He wants to go fishing so bad, and I want to go see Miss Girly, Miss Planted CCTX. I love her so much. Her vibe is amazing, and she be having some really good plants, as well as some other amazing nurseries over there. And their plants are so cheap, like they're so affordable, and I love that a lot. So I cannot wait to go. And of course, also I love to watch my boyfriend fish. I try to fish, but I just don't have the patience like he does. I think fishing is like, it's a hobby. It's like something you need to like, it's a passion, and a lot of it you need to have patience, girl. maybe I'll try again. But look, I got more cuttings. You can see the sprouts. Yay! And then the monstera, look at this big bunch of variegation, and she's putting out a new leaf. My what do you call it? Variegated monstera Peru. So excited. I'm sorry, I get distracted, but this one's doing so good too. My silver bands Maranta, she is blooming and she's loaded with new flowers. She needs to calm down, but I don't mind. I usually cut the flowers, but these are just so precious. There's already a Valentino hair. Shocker, no, but Valentino's hairs are everywhere. Such a beautiful flower. I love the little tiny like droplet of purple. But this is my oldest orchid, and her olive leaf is getting wrinkly and bad, but this is doing really nicely. One thing that I noticed, I would not be surprised if it's gonna bloom. One thing I noticed about like my cactus plants, as well the orchids, whenever they do this, like you see some like darkness pigmentation developing, I think it's gonna get ready for to flower. My amaryllis does the same thing too. So I'm really curious if it wants to flower and give it some more light to make sure. But this is the one that we got on clearance. You can kind of see how flappy it is. So we're gonna go, and that's really dry. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drown it in a bowl and let it sit for overnight to get hydrated. Look at the little hawk. It's kind of wild because like, to a certain extent, the YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook community are really different. Like, we're all plant people, but it's a little bit different. And right now also TikTok community as well. I've been so active on Facebook and Instagram, and now on TikTok, but right now Instagram and TikTok is doing really good. And the engagements, it's just crazy. Like, it's just really nice to share the excitement. Like, I went a little crazy. Like, you know me, I'm very dramatic. Hello. I'm very dramatic. And it's just great to show like that same excitement. Like seeing that Thai constellation for 140, because I keep getting comments. It's just because a little bit in my head, I was like, am I crazy? Like, it's not that deep. Like, calm down, David. And I'm just like, that makes me sad, because I'm just like this. I think it's great to be excited over small things. I think it just brings you back down to earth, and like, especially with plants, like, hello, like Mother Nature. We love Mother Nature. Let me get a bowl for this girly. So I have a clear, oh, here it is. I used to think it was so disgusting and weird using my bowls and my plates to like water my plants and stuff like that. But now I don't care. Cause like I just clean it with some soap. So, and a lot of these bowls are awesome to like water like my orchids and my air plants. So I've been loving it a lot. Just gonna let it flow with water, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I do usually also fertilize them, but as of right now, I want to go ahead and get that orchid fertilizer from Miracle-Gro. Supposedly that's the only thing that everybody's okay with, about, because there's people that don't like Miracle-Gro whatsoever, but for some reason they're okay with the mist fertilizer one. And they say it's also amazing with air plants and Hoyas. Plants that absorb nutrients, all plants do usually, but orchids and air plants and Hoyas do a lot more than usual. They take in a lot more water and humidity and nutrients through their foliage compared to as the roots, like a lot of other houseplants. Like, you know, so I'm gonna let this chill. So I'm not gonna fertilize them because like I don't wanna like do too much because I have fertilized them before. Let me show you my alocasia. I need to go back in that video because y'all told me what this one's called, and I wanna go ahead and label it. But look! She's so pretty. I have little babies. Oh my god, this is I had a really bad day, and my boyfriend, we went to HEB, and he was like, because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is so pretty. He was like, you can take it, and I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. It went my day from like poo to like amazing. And every time, like, I'm just so sentimental like that, girl. Every time I get a plant that somebody gifts to me or gets to me, or on a special day, like bad or good, it's permanently stuck with that. And every time I look at that plant, it brings me back to that emotion. I am such an emotional person. It's so annoying, but sometimes they're good emotions. Sometimes when I have a bad day, I look at it and it makes me like happy. So I'm really happy right now. Let's go do the ZZs. I was literally crying. I think I have, because there's some males, I need to get diagnosed to actually know and to say that, but there are some males that have a lot more of a female hormone than the male hormone. And my mom used to have a boyfriend back then that was like that. He was the most sweetest person ever. Super sweet. And he has such a big heart. But he had that. He actually went, the doctor told him he has more female than male. And I think I have that. I don't know, girl, but like I be getting emotional for the most dumbest things. Like I don't know. We're gonna move on. So actually I want to do a lot of stuff right now. Like I want to transform the shelves a little bit. I moved the shelving over here. Let me see if I can move it. I moved the shelving on this section, and this had a Celtic light on the other side, but now it's here on the TV, and it doesn't have any more light. So what I'm thinking on doing is putting some plants away as much as I can, and then putting my own little grow lights to have like a tube and a clamp, and putting it right over here. I guess if it's not too much power. That's one thing that I don't, not a lot of people talk about. A lot of grow lights are LEDs, but I use well, maybe because not everybody has a lot of grow lights like I do, but I really try to consider about not putting too much power in outlets. I think that's common sense, right? But I get a little bit scared. I have grow lights here, and we have the TV on, and I feel like if I plug something in, it's just gonna do too much. So I don't know. I think one grow light's not gonna hurt in here, but I want to add my lemon lime for the dendron on the planty shelf because it's such a short plant and it vines, so it will fit really nicely in the shelves in the plant room. It'll look beautiful, and it won't be so close to the plants. It will be like nice enough to other plants can still get light, and the plant is getting enough light. What happens a lot as well is that also the sun's not out. It's been pretty cloudy today. We have a little small cold front today. It's like 50 outside right now, which is kind of crazy because yesterday was like 80, and then tomorrow we're gonna go back in like in the 70s. So that's Texas. It's like that everywhere else, right? But in Texas is a lot more for some reason. Like we can get super dry and then super humid, but when it's hot, like in the summer, our summers are hot, like Arizona or Las Vegas. But I know there's other places that are extremely hotter, but they're usually dry. And here it is humid. The plants love it, but sometimes it can get really suffocating. So we're gonna see what happens in the summertime. I'm actually excited. I'm probably gonna regret saying that, but I'm excited for like the longer days of natural sunlight coming in for the plants, and the warmth for the plants at the balcony, and buying plants without worrying about like them getting damaged with the cold. So I'm really excited for spring and summer. I'm just really excited for that. But yes, I want to put this in the planty shelf. I'm gonna put it back because I need to make space in there. There's a lot of other plants. For example, like I would like to place this in there, but this is too tall. But I want to get down the line, not right now because there's just no money right now, but I would like to get some strip lights for the kitchen on the bottom of the shelves. I don't know if you have noticed that, but there's like, I used to have some grow lights in there, but not anymore. And I think some strip lights in there would look so good. And I can put plants in there. And there's more of a height. So I can put like a polka dot begonia and aglaonema, just all that kind of crazy stuff. So I don't keep blabbering too much. It's just, there's so many plants and stuff I want to talk to you about. Like there's just so much going on. Not even just in my apartment, but like in the community. There's a lot. I mean, I'm exposing myself more. And I'm seeing everything on Instagram, well, as much as I can see on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and there is a lot. And I'm actually, this morning, YouTube is recommending me so many amazing plant channels. Like their videos are like a year old, but like they're so good, and they're giving out so much advice, like things that I forgot about, things that I thought I knew but I was wrong. So There's just so much. There's just so much, so much. But then you get another sip of coffee and I'll get the ZZs. This is decaf, by the way. So you can kind of see, like, I'm just naturally crazy. I used to blend out the caffeine, but it's just me. Alright, so I have 4 in this table and they're all gonna get nicely rinsed because, like I said, this is one of my biggest ZZs that I have, and this one came from a 6-inch planter and now she's in these massive terracotta. I have another one as well. I have a Raven. This plant is beautiful and she did just put out this nice long new leaf. You can kind of tell when a plant gets that long, especially a ZZ, it means it's stretching for light. It wasn't a low light spot, but it's in a better spot now. And I'm seeing a lot of Valentino hairs. I want to get like a random leaf. And I did clean this plant, I think 2 months ago or last month. You can kind of see barely, a little bit, right? These collect dust. I'd rather have it on the plant than like on the walls or anything else because I can always just rinse this off in the tub. But yeah, this is a really, really cool plant. I love this plant a lot, and I know it's very common, but if you don't have one and you're wanting to grow your collection, you want easy plants, I highly recommend the ZZ. My mom doesn't have one and I told her to get one of mine, but she doesn't want to. So I might go ahead and get, she got me a silver bamaranta, which she says she's gonna come on Saturday or Sunday. So maybe tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can go and get one of my credit cards and get her like a 6-inch Raven at the Home Depot. They're like pretty cheap, they're like $15 or $20, and we can swap. That's gonna be so special because I already have a silver bamaranta, but she sent a picture to me. She's like, pick a plant, because again, she was there. What happened when I had a bad day? She was there. My boyfriend was there, and they were just trying to like pick me up because they saw me going down the rabbit hole. I have such an amazing group, and even y'all, like you, just being here and y'all give me such amazing advice. It's just, I'm so blessed. Anyways, yeah, she told me to pick a plant and I decided like, okay, just give me the silver bamaranta. I already have one, but 2 is not gonna hurt me. So yeah, and then I'm gonna give her a ZZ. I can give her, I told her to get, I don't know why she doesn't want to get mine. I mean, I can think of why, but I told her like, I plants come and go. So this is my other ZZ. And it also came from a 6-inch. These are all from the Costa Farm, you guys. From like the Vergro. See, like these. I actually have a plant so I can show you. They all came from these basic planters. This is from Home Depot actually. But Vergro is they're with Costa Farm. The same. They're like the same umbrella. But yeah, and now she's on this terracotta. I got this terracotta at the 99-cent store. Oh, I think at Lowe's. Pretty sure it's the 99-cent store. But such a beautiful. I have not checked this plant. But I'm very surprised how full and luscious this is. The difference about this one and the other one, I always had this one under a grow light all the time. And you can kind of see, because look how profound it is and how deep and full it is. It's just so beautiful. And it will be time to upgrade this girly. And I actually do have a good terracotta just like that one, pretty big. So we might repot her down the line. I need to Google if ravens like to be root bound. There are some plants that like to be root bound, like the spider plants. They love to be like squished in their root system, and some don't. Like I think Therms don't like to be root bound. So I need to go ahead and double check on the ZZs. I think they won't mind, but we'll find out. This is such a beautiful plant, and this is one of my other my other ZZs. I love my ZZs. And then I have my Raven, which she just put out a new leaf. Again, this one has probably like a lot of dust. Just one leaf and I can show you. I know I'm trying so hard to show you. I just think it's so fascinating. Like, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying removing the dust out of the leaves. Like, it's just fun. You can kind of see the green leaf coming in. That's what these ravens do. They put out a green leaf, a green shoot, and then they slowly transition to this beautiful dark black foliage color. Like, look at that. It almost looks like so fake. It's crazy. It's just so beautiful. The brown spots is because they got burnt from direct sunlight that I had it on. I know. But this plant has been with me for super duper long as well. And I think I've had this plant for like maybe 3 years. I also got it from a 6-inch planter. I'm looking at it because it has a Hershey wrapper. And thinking about it, I had this plant outside. We were at my grandma's rental home. She grew really, really fast. I was kind of cheating a little bit. And I think that was from like when we had a piñata, so that's what got me a little bit like I remember back then. But anyways, she grew a lot, and we're gonna go ahead and rinse her with some water in the tub. And then lastly, but not least, excuse me, I'm burping, is my chameleon ZZ. This plant and we have beef. I don't know. I hope this, she looks like a basic ZZ, which is okay, but she's not that. So I'm really, really curious if it reverted, or because this is still fresh in the market. I haven't really seen a massive chameleon ZZ that somebody has had in their collection. I think we're all, when these were released, from when Costa Farm released them, I picked one up like 2 months after they released them. So I think we're all still the same level, unless you have yours in grow light, which mine are in grow lights now, but unless you had yours in grow light the entire time, yours is probably bigger. But I don't know if these put out like the Raven, like they put this beautiful saturated, like variegated, lemony, like lemonish leaves, and then they slowly turn to green. That would be beautiful. Someone's car's messed up. That would be so beautiful, but like I don't know. It when I got it, it was already green. It had a little bit of variegation, but I wanted one already. And now when I go to the Home Depot, they have them like so variegated. They're beautiful, and it makes me want to buy one of those. I want to see if those have better genetics. But this is one of my first ones, and I don't want to let it go out. You know, the first one is a special one, and I want to see if she can prove me wrong, and hopefully she can put out a new leaf, and we'll see if it'll be nicely variegated. But yeah, this is a chameleon ZZ. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And I think I have all the ZZs. I mean, there's a lot of varieties out there, but there's another one that's pretty popular, and it's actually rare. It's pretty hard because these are such slow growing plants, and they're kind of slow to propagate. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they do it by tissue culture, but there's another one that they don't really do from what I know, and it's the variegated ZZ. It's like variegated. And then I just saw one yesterday on sorry, I keep getting a lot of comments. Everybody's talking about it. I just saw another one yesterday that was pink variegated. I don't know if it was photoshopped, but it was like the same like yellowish variegation with a hint of like pink. So plants do mutate, so I would not be surprised if it is a new variety. But I just thought that was really, really cool. And I know there's some creators out there, and I know some of you guys do have the variegated ZZ. If you do, please let me know like how it grows. Like I'm guessing it should be slower since it's variegated, but I really, really want to know how, like, what's your experience with it. Because I'm really fascinated by that plant. I really want one, but they're kind of expensive, and when you do buy them online, they're like in small little branches. So, I mean, they're established, but it still costs a lot of money. So you probably have a lot of money, girl. I don't know. But there's a lot of ZZs, and ZZs are awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and rinse these girlies in the tub. I wish I had neem oil solution. I do have neem oil, but I don't have my spray bottle. Down the line, that's on the list to get one, because neem oil is awesome to prevent pests, and it makes the plants look shiny. That's a bonus. So we're gonna go to the restroom. Okay, so is it recording? Okay. This is a table where we have our plantitas, and I'm just gonna leave this. Want me to clean it? I'm gonna put that back up. I decided I was watering them because I'm kind of running low on saucers, and I decided I can water or top water those ravens like that. Honestly, ravens prefer to be underwater than overwatered. So let me get a rag or some napkins and a spray bottle. They like to be underwater since they have tubers, like these little potatoes, which holds water. And they have saucers, I'm like, that's only for plants that need watering like once a week, something like that. Ravens really don't. And honestly, I think they would do a lot better with top watering because it will rinse off any excess mineral buildup, dust, and they won't be sitting in water for too long. Because I feel like ravens can get root rot pretty easily, just like for snake plants. Snake plants will do a lot better underwatered. That's it. It's clean. Since there's not much to do, I wanted to do those ZZs so badly, but I do want to move all of this stuff, and I was planning on doing this video. I just forgot. I gotta consider like where I'm gonna place it. I need to see how many grow lights I have left, because whenever I move my plants around, I like to make sure they have light. Not trail lights or grow lights, but they always need to have light for them to remain beautiful and healthy. Otherwise, they just start going a little bit downhill, depending on the plant, how long it can stand being under like low light conditions. But I really do not like putting my plants under low light, because then we won't get beautiful leaves like this. But I do want to go ahead and chop or trim these crispy leaves, because I think it's the water makes me really sad, because this was doing so good. I mean, it still is just putting out new leaves. This Charlie Stramanti, here's a new one. So beautiful. It's one of my favorites right now, but I'm a little bit terrified. So we're just gonna go ahead and clean my Stramanti Charlie. It's been having a lot of crispy leaves. It could be either over fertilizing, or it could be the water. I know that these Stramanti / Calatheas don't like to have over water, my bad, tap water. They don't like to have a lot of minerals in their water. Oh no! So what I might need to do, because I really love this plant, usually I wouldn't care, but this plant has just been my favorite. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get some water, like the watering can, and leave it out overnight, and then I'll use that whenever I need to water the plant for the next day. So hopefully that will remove any buildup. But I think down the line, I will be kind of down to get a fish tank, but not put a fish. I would like to have a fish tank to have some aquarium plants. I think that would be really fun to get into aquarium plants. Not that crazy kind of stuff, but like, I just think that would be so much fun. And yeah, and then I can use that water to water my calatheas, or my plants that are pretty sensitive with the top water. Now, it won't have any fish, so it won't have a lot of nitrogen, but the water won't be, you know, full of chlorine or like all that stuff they put in our tap water. It would just be some really good water for the plants. And again, I think it'll be kind of fun to get into aquarium plants. Would love to have like a jungle and aquarium, and I think that would be kind of fun. But look at that, isn't this so much better? Just took off a little bit of the crispy leaves and some old, I don't know what that is, like stems. Yes, Valentino. So much better. And here is the mess. So this is where I'm gonna go ahead and place the plantita. I had it in a low light spot, but I want this plant to grow. She's grown so much. She was getting direct sunlight, well, a little bit of direct sunlight that's not too intense. I don't think that was what was causing the crispy leaves. I highly doubt it. I think it had to do with the water. But she was doing really good. She was putting out so many new leaves. You can still see the new leaves coming through. But ever since I placed it to a lower light spot, like in the middle of the living room, she hasn't been getting a lot of light. And I feel like with this grow light, she's gonna go ahead and just thrive and be a lot more happier. So let's go ahead and place the ZZs back. These are watered and rinsed and should be a lot more happy. Now, they should be able to photosynthesize a lot better. Here's the other one. Here's a green ZZ, this one, and then right over here, it's gonna be the chameleon. It's gonna get a lot more light. I'm bending a leaf over here. There you go. Looks so much better. Let me turn on the fan. And that's it. Alright, fancy friends, that is basically it for today. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on doing some plenty chores. I wanted to go ahead and do some balcony plant chores, but it was super duper cold. It's gonna get a lot better tomorrow, so I'm gonna push that for tomorrow. But I didn't want to be rinsing off those ZZs. They always collect dust, and now they're awesome and they're also nice and hydrated. I'm probably gonna do that like once a month when I need to water them. And I cleaned my Charlie's Stromanti, and we're currently bottom watering. I call it bottom watering, but I'm not quite sure what we're gonna call it, but we're watering the air plant and the orchids. So I'm gonna pull them out tomorrow morning, and hopefully the weather's gonna be better so we can do some balcony plant chores. But thank you so much for watching. Sending positive vibes to each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!